Hi and welcome back. Today spring has finally arrived. Well, it arrived some days ago actually, so it's now becoming really nice out here in the garden. And I thought I would give you a garden tour before we start to do all the work that we are planning in this garden, so that you can see it in its original state. Some of it we have already started doing, but I did take some photos beforehand, so I'll show them to you as I go along. So yeah, why don't you come with me? Here you can see our deck that I'm walking down on. It's currently very bare. We do need to put some more furniture and outdoor rugs and plants on here. Here you can see the rest of our front yard and garden. And by this fruit tree here, there's so much leaves and dead fruit on the ground. Here's a little hedge. And going back, you can see here also that the paint needs to be redone. And yeah, sorry about the ring light, I only saw it later on. This is more of our front garden. It's not been looked after very much for 6 years, so there is quite a lot that does need to be done in here. That's a lilac bush there, I'm very excited about it. And some other plants, we've started to dig some up, but this bit we're gonna have to hire a digger to help us with. A lot of it is dead as well. And here's more of a close-up view of the garage. We have some tulips there and stuff, and I want to put out a table and some chairs. I've got this idea of turning the garage wall into like a cottage type thing, so that's interesting. But yeah, the amount of space that we have in this garden is just insane. Before we moved in, I thought to myself, it's not that much space, but it's actually huge. As you can see, I walked for quite a while to get to the end there, and yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of work. This is another part of it. It's a little step by the lilac bush and some crocuses. Right, let me take you to the back of the house so you can see the garden from the other side. This wall is crazy, by the way. It's this wild vines or wine or whatever, and they get stuck to the wall. They are nuts. We're getting rid of all of it. They ruined the wall, you see. I'm gonna plant roses there instead. So yeah, this is towards the back. As you can see, there's a lot of dead leaves and bushes that need a trim, no pun intended. Yeah, let me take you down. I do love this bit of the garden. I'm gonna make vegetable patches there to the left along the path. But there is a lot of work to be done. These bushes need to be cut back because they are insane. The leaves need to be raked up, all the needles under the tuya trees as well. It's a lot of stuff to do. There's a lot of dead leaves here as well. That door there goes into the basement. And down here we have a drying rack, but I need to get new wires for it. I'll show you in a second. That's what it looks looking back. But yeah, these wires here are actually synthetic, but there's still moss on them. They've been there for a while untouched. They need some help. These are currant bushes actually, and I didn't realize until quite recently that's what they are. So looking forward to making jellies. And here's the back of the garden. It's not as much sun, so I'm gonna have to be a bit more inventive with what I plant here. At the moment there's a lot of rhododendron here as well, and some of them are a bit worse for wear. They've been a bit neglected. Here's a dead one, for instance. So yeah, we want to dig them up basically because they look a bit sad, and I want something else, roses preferably. Here's just one bush in the middle of the lawn. It's really strange, and a lot of weeds. Yeah, those are ground elder, those small green ones, and they are a nightmare. We are gonna have so much to do. When I'm recording the soundtrack here, we've started to dig them up, and it's really intense. The roots are everywhere. So this is the other side of the house. I've put down a little compost here. I think there are some more currant bushes in front of it, and I want to maybe plant some more like kitchen garden stuff up here. And this is the walk back again to the front of the house. I need to put that sleeper back. Oh, that ground elder, man, it's so annoying. But we also have some cute crocuses up this way. Some mahonias as well. And some cilia, I think it's called in English. And a lot of dead leaves again. This bush needs a trim. I keep saying that, it's a bit weird, but I hope you know what I mean. And I think this might be a lilac hedge or something like that, and a tuya hedge to the right. And here are loads of dead leaves and fruit from the crabapple tree that we have, and an old football that we found. Yeah. So yeah, now we're back to where we started with the little step and everything else, and a palette that I'm gonna make into something really nice. And there you go. That's how the garden looks at the moment and how we are planning to do it up. So I hope we manage to pull as much of it off this year as possible, but some of it I'm sure will have to wait until next year. We have realized that the garden was more or less untouched since 2018 when we moved in, so there is a lot to do still. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I shall see you guys soon. Bye!